Welcome back, YouTubers, to my channel of an everyday encounter and everyday life of an Aspie. If you haven't been following me, I've been doing right now the neurodiversity series, as well as basically the theory of the mind series that I hope comes to life right now in the way of researching and gathering information to educate you all, and also just maybe to share some knowledge and know-how about what I can understand of these two topics that has been brought to my attention and the autistic community group that I want to address to you all right now. Even though now the question has been remaining in the lacking of the theory of the mind series is pretty much, does autistics actually lack in the theory of the mind, pretty so to speak. So yes, obviously this has been asked a lot. However, to bear in mind of this question about the autistics, if they're lacking of the theory of the mind, but the answer remains the same, that pretty much they don't, from what I've gathered and researched so far of this lacking in the mind. I would like to enlighten you all with the information, however, to back up this claim to help how I see it and how I think about the lacking of the theory of the mind of these autistics that many people may assume and make these assumptions that they do lack of the theory of the mind, however, based on the information that has been gathered. So now while you're sitting here watching this video that I have actually produced for you all and edited out sort of thing, I hope that this will give you some form of assumptions that has been brought into your mind about us autistics that are lacking in the theory of mind, that will actually change your mind about us in the long run. But as you know, that though, you can imagine right now while you're sitting here about a scientist or a medical expert that may have shared with you all about how you've been told that many people in our circle, the autistics, pretty much has told you there has been some of them in that circle, obviously, that lacked in that theory of mind. These are the ones that I have claimed as basically autistics, who apparently obviously are the ones that are unable to understand others, can have their own beliefs, own desires and intentions that's clear from their very own, and are very different from the beliefs, intentions, desires of others that are normal. As from that result alone though, however, that scientist or medical expert that you may hear about that has made these claims are the ones that obviously has been labelled as the autistics of these type of people, which obviously these scientists and medical experts just try to find other titles or something for us autistics to not put us off like anything else, like I've shared earlier in the piece when I began my journey on this channel, that with people with many different conditions, obviously doctors and medical experts are trying to sweep it under the carpet about the actual clinical term or some sort of, you know, label or title for these terms to not offend anyone in that circle, be it in a disability area, be it if it's someone that's in the mental state of mind, be it depression, oppression, you know, or depression of the mental depression of the bipolar and all the likes there of the label mentality. So if you haven't, you know, seen some of these bits and pieces I'm sharing right now to gain a better understanding leading up to what I'm sharing tonight, then please bear with me and actually maybe follow those videos. It should be hopefully under my channel of the life of an Aspie. However, these medical experts and scientists or researchers, whatever you want to label these people in that field, feel that the autistics lack in empathy, that are unable to attribute, you know, uninterested in, you know, participating in group activities, or just ain't interested in, you know, socializing with other people in the group, and don't have the ability to give or attribute to the mental states in themselves and others around them. Again, as a result or outcome, autistics are treated differently. How do I know this? Is I'm speaking out from experience, as well as actually being an autistic, like I shared with you with my Asperger's syndrome. It's a mild form of autism, which many people tend to treat me differently. Like I said so many times before, that many people that has come in my circle, just because I'm different, it's like I have all these labels, as I shared before in my labels series. Basically, handle me with care, I'm fragile, I'm too emotional, too hard to handle, too hard to understand, too hard to talk to, and all the like, which can be down annoying me, and it irks me. It's just like the lacking of understanding, knowledge, and lacking of empathy on those people that on my, well, not on my part, but on their part, obviously, that they just tend to have the decency maybe just to get to know someone like me in a different manner, rather than just assuming, just because of all these labels that they put on me, regardless of being labelled autistic and whatnot, that if I remove the labels, I'm just like you guys, but I work in a different way, you know. And it would be nice, like I said so many times before, just to be treated the same way that you guys would want to be treated, like the golden rule, treat others the way you want to be treated. Again, as a result or outcome, as I said, and there has been obviously some presumptions by others that have been shown for us autistics, that many people may assume that we're incompetent, we're unable to do things on our own, we're not confident, like any other normal person. Obviously, but in some ways we are, in retrospect, the same, how we go about our activities. Sometimes also another one is the lacking of desiring to interact with you. Like, as I shared with the socialization series, with like I keep saying time and time again, yes, many of us autistics may tend to shapeshift in many given situations, and with many people around us, that we shapeshift from one environment to a next, as well as shapeshifting from one character profile to the next, of reading your body language and cues, and also, your feelings and emotions, and just, like I said, we feel deeper, obviously, in a spiritual sense, or just feel deeper in a way that we do actually, in a sense, do share our way of feelings and emotions, however. When, as a matter of fact, as I said, this is not true, basically, and it's quite the opposite for us, however, of the autistics, as I can speak for myself and others like me who are on that scale of autistics, that we are actually full of interest to interact with you lot, even though we are the kind of people that tire out easily when it comes down to socialising, but it doesn't matter. Most of us autistics will, like I said, push ourselves to the extremity to when our social energy tank is almost empty to just socialise, even though some autistics may not like to socialise to an extent, some may do, I don't know. I had met a few different people on the autistic spectrum, or autism spectrum disorder spectrum, that many of them, sway on different angles pretty much on how they interact with others. Some may like to socialise, some may not. As I said before, with different people, different ages and stages in life, in that form of autistic community, even though, some of us likes to be touched, some of us don't, so it depends really who you meet and stuff. Even though now I'm trying to push myself to the extreme now, even though, yes, I'll admit that sometimes it has been tiring for me in the past few months, but it is actually like good to see for myself, actually, just to come out of my shell a bit more and actually interact with people, because 9 times out of 10 I'm sure that, for many of you can vouch for this, I have been a hermit, or I've been a little bookworm minding my own business, trying to do my own everyday thing. Anyway, it's just how others may treat us that we don't agree with. However, in this retrospect also, when it comes down to socialising, or just, how many people tend to just read us, and it puts us off to the point that, do we want to bother with you normal people despite of your lack of understanding, empathy and all that about us? It's not your fault if you don't even know how to treat us sometimes with these people that are labelled different, and that's why I'm here always to share my life experiences and belief system, patterns, whatever, so that hopefully you guys can gain a better understanding about how to treat others that are differently, and hopefully maybe that some of this can be a learning aid tool to a point where that hopefully, that you might thank me later on, that it may work for some things that I'm sharing with you of what you may encounter with these people that are different, be it autistic, be it cerebral palsy, be it whatever condition it is, so that, in the real world, that all these other ones that are different will be feeling accepted, appreciated, wanted in your circle. Also, there has been, also many false belief and reports that has been used and tested on the theory of the mind to gain a better understanding of the false belief system, that is to recognise that these people with autism pretty much on what they have seen and experienced in their lives or what have you. I'm one of them, so therefore here I am today sharing with you based on my life experiences, what I've been through and whatever, just to give you the heads up, what life is like on my journey with AS, depression, OCD and the like, so that hopefully later on that, I can take a look back in my life thinking, it was okay to make these mistakes, and hopefully making sure that these mistakes don't occur. Anywho, some of the theories, not theories as such, some of the reports I have gathered up or research I have given up, one of them is based on Baron-Cohen 1985, of the classic studies of the Baron's research, based on Sally and Anne theory. There's a few disadvantages towards people who are autistic, which many scientists are now trying to eradicate. A simple change in procedure to make it more motivational, as so rich result and educational, and also obviously not just more motivational, but just to point of basically easy to understand for the people and for the autistic performance. However, even though based on that what's it called, I just said Sally and Anne theory, that one, obviously if you haven't done that research on that, from what I can recall in that memory, it's about Sally and Anne with the box, one with marble, one with a doll, and they're placing it in one box and stuff. One of them obviously goes out in the room while putting it in a box, and then the other one will end up putting something else in the box. It's just how the theory of the mind works, I guess. And then another food for thought also, basically, to be in mind here, is what I'm sharing with you all. There has been other studies that has been conductedly researched and trialled for the theory of the mind shown in autistics. And that's normal developing children's performance at that same rate has a bit of, and obviously interacts in different surroundings, basically. And with that in mind, obviously just recognising that the other people has false beliefs, but also has the understanding of others with the attention that has been clearly shown in various ways, such as example, emotional expressions, or just the emotions in general. Here's, for example, a classic one. If I smiled at you while a giver has given me a gift, this is showing to the giver will know that I am appreciating and valuing the time and effort that you've given me a gift, and that basically, obviously, for example, another one is that we autistic obviously understand the intentions behind certain emotions. Another research study I've read up about, which is a few more, but I'll just hopefully make it short and sweet as much as I can with these researchers. Vivanti and colleagues in 2011 tested children with autism on the ability to gauge intention for facial expressions, and what I've just explained here about, the classic example of me smiling while I'm receiving this gift. This experiment, however, does clearly display or show from reading emotions that obviously, another one is also based on a book that has been written by a guy named Suskind called Life Animated. Obviously, this guy is a father who has a son that is autistic, and basically he's writing it from his point of view as well as his wife's point of view and his son about his younger son, Owen, who's the autistic, basically, his connection to the world of Disney. Everyone knows that, obviously, Disney is a form of, full of movies and imagination, creativity, and the like, pretty much. But however, in this book, Owen, the child, the young son, clearly shows his ability to connect fiction to reality, which is a clear demonstration of the theory of the mind in autistics. With plenty more research on the theory of mind, however, to end this, researchers scientists are heading in the right direction on these accounts that I have shared with you today, and can help to ensure that we don't underestimate the individuals, or shall we say the people that are autistic, of their abilities, attributions, and also their understanding of the theory of the mind. So therefore that ends basically just the autistic lacking the theory of the mind, basically, guys. Obviously, as I said, it has backed up my research and stuff that obviously autistics don't lack the theory of the mind like you lot, even though I feel that sometimes it's just the way how people may treat us differently in a retrospect, as I shared before earlier in the piece, basically on how we're different to the label mentality of people that may say that, you know, we're too hard to understand, too hard to read, too hard to get on with, too hard to talk, and this list goes on. But that doesn't matter, because, like I said to so many times before, excuse me, if we can come together somehow to connect and to basically just be able to understand one another in a retrospect of understanding each other's differences, no matter what we are, based on our race, gender, ethnicity, and the like, there should be no misunderstandings or misgivings whatsoever. But then again, as always, there will bound to be misunderstandings and misgivings because of all the assumptions that has come about in this day and age based on, you know, different everyday things, be it, like I said, of these hidden messages of how we should look, act, think and do, and the like, which in some ways we need to just get rid of our, you know, assumptions up here of what's going on or what we think we know until we actually get to know the person inside out before making that assumption that, you know, these people are just thick in the head or whatever label mentality that you may have. But then again, like someone said to me in my circle, many people will prejudge and you can't do anything about it. And I agree, yes, I can't do anything about that kind of experience, encounter that you guys may have, that assumption or whatever running through your head that's creating that self-doubt, negativity about us, because obviously, again, like anything, it's your choice how you're going to come across to us on how we read yous. But that doesn't matter, because at this time frame, you know, it's up to us how we're going to go about it. You know, it's how we take it, what we say, obviously, and what we do with it, you know, based on our choices, sort of thing. But enough of my jibber jabber before I actually get off the topic of what I'm sharing with you. So, in all fairness and due, please give me a thumbs up for the like, and also just a thumbs up for support of what I've been sharing with you all. And hopefully just feel free to comment below about, like I said, welcome to any comments below about how I'm going with my videos, or just maybe share some bits and pieces of what I've been sharing based on these series or any other series that has been coming up on my channel so far, that you want to actually interact with me and just share similar experiences that I may have been through that is almost similar or something, so that I can interact with you all. Because like I'm hoping in 2016, I'm hoping to interact with more people outside the autistic community as well as still inside the autistic community in one way or another, because I want to get to know you all. You know, like I said, I'm not here to prejudge or anything. I'm just here to get to know you all. So without further ado, follow me on Twitter or even on AspieAnswersAll, or even just private message me on AspieAnswersAll, so that, you know, if you need a particular topic yet you feel on your heart for me to share, if you're not, you know, wanting to share. But I'm hoping in the future just to see more people like me to share their thoughts and opinions based on different topics, whatever I'm sharing, or maybe whatever is on their mind, so that hopefully we can gain a better understanding, and hopefully that many people will actually understand us better, as well as, you know, just anything in general. So, and all further ado, feel free to subscribe or share the videos to your